like the video, thumb up the video.
This is a form of the mind control that's still going on. So that's what this is about. You see what I'm saying? This is what this is about. It's just like they tearing down Michael Jackson, but PBS last week ran a special called Elvis Forever in the middle of Black History Month. In the middle of Black History Month. Elvis Forever. See what I'm saying? So they know what they're doing psychologically. If they can get the minds of the people, they don't have to worry about no other shit like that. So this is psychological stuff. Back to the science, it's the same thing. If you always seeing him coming up with these answers, you think that it's synonymous to him. You know what I'm saying? You think that it's synonymous to him. I remember back in the 70s listening to some big band music and was liking it. And was ashamed of liking it because I thought it was white. And I didn't know that Duke Ellington, you see what I'm saying, Count Basie, Fletcher Henderson and all those created this shit. You see, but if they can take it away from you, you don't know. That's what they're doing now. Jazz now is a white format. They got 37 new jazz women singers out and all of them are white. So 20 years from now, you're gonna think that the jazz singer was fundamentally white. That's the way they can take these things from you. You see them? That's the way they can take these things from you. They do it all the time. They got a street down in Philadelphia called the main street in Philly. It's real popular. South Street. You go down there, all you see is white folks. South Street used to be an all-black street. See what I'm saying? All-black street. Shaking it, took it over. People don't know that San Francisco had a Harlem what all the people used to go through. They put a highway in the middle of San Francisco. That's the first thing they do. They put a highway in the middle of the black community, polarize the black community, destabilize it, and they ran all the black people out of San Francisco. Now San Francisco is gay central. But it used to be a thriving thing, rivaling Harlem. You wouldn't think that. But they was like, oh no, you all can't have this. It's the Bay Area. It's the beach. It's water. And they make sure that they keep black people away from water.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? You go to Long Island right now. Black people live on the side where there ain't no water. If you go to like Amityville, Huntington, and little places where they do have black people, they live on one side, the white folks live on the side with the water. That's to keep black people away from the water.
Now why is the water essential?
Because water is essential to our people. We strive in ancient civilization based on waterways, based on rivers. The Nile River. They got a river in Jacksonville, Florida called St. John's River. It's one of the few rivers like the Nile that run upstream. They go there and they pollute it every year because they know that black people's energy will rise because melanin and water is synonymous to each other in the science aspect. You see what I'm saying? In the science aspect. As a matter of fact, one of the components in this book, there's a book called Kundalini, Evolutionary Enlightenment. And one of the components to melanin is H2O. It goes along with carbon. So they make sure you go to Long Island and what's called it, the black people don't never live near the water. You see what I'm saying? They will put the black people landlocked. You see what I'm saying? And that's very key. That's systematically on the way they do things like that scientifically. You know, how they do things scientifically.
But you mentioned something about the movie. I wanted to add the music part. Explain how they moved the Detroit Motown sound and made way for this new Caucasian R&B stuff.
Yeah.
Not only that.
Not only that. Remember the Grammy? Did you see the Grammy Awards? When they say Justin Timberlake is becoming a bit of a soul man, and he got an all-black band behind him. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Whereas 10 years from now, rap will be a white discipline, and the blacks will be in the production area.
And they'll think that white people started.
It's psychological. Yeah. They do this thing on a bet. And they do it just like they will bet. Look, they had a bet in 1990 that they could make a white boy by 2000 the #1 rapper in the country. Well, goddamn it, Eminem is up there.
That's right.
That's not hard to do, bro.
Well,
It's not hard to do, right?
First of all, rap, most of them,
I'm gonna get him right now with that white
they don't have any skills. They have no talent. And when you had Miles Davis, they couldn't produce a white Miles Davis because you had an artist. You had a man that was imbued with talent. They couldn't, Coltrane, greatest saxophonist in the world. They couldn't reproduce that. But rap
guess what?
artists,
It took
anybody can do that.
But I beg to differ because I say this one thing. It took them a while because the white boys really had a hard time even getting the rap down at first. In the 80s, they had a real hard time. It was just even with the different forms, right?
White man is not conscious. You got conscious rap.
Yeah, right.
Gangster rap came.
No, but even the most lesser repertoire, the white boy could not do it in the 80s.
We don't need
Let me
two
tell you
people
something.
that want-
Lesser repertoire, I know this for a fact. The white boys could not rap at all in the 80s. That means they had to produce
We don't even believe
a
the white
training.
man
It's just like Soul Train.
Right.
Now, if you go down a Soul Train line, you see these people. Now that white boy can practice and he can get the steps down.
We don't even believe that the white man
But if you look
Okay, don't even waste your time.
and you see how black people dance, it's not the steps, it's the moves in between the steps. You ever you see the Soul Train line? Some of them be doing the same thing, but they have 5 or 6 moves in between the steps. That's called chaos physics and science. That's what they teach in voodoo and in African drumming. It is not the beats, it's how you manipulate the spaces in between the beats. You see what I'm saying? And that's the whole concept of the whole rhythm aspect of that. Well, the whole rhythm aspect of that. But like he's saying also too, they had a history of jazz thing that came on back in 2001.
We're gonna smoke it. Why?
When they got to the 70s, they bypassed the 70s and went back to Wynton Marsalis in the 90s promoting Louis Armstrong. That means, because they understood something. You get Herbie Hancock Sextant, if you look at the second side of Bitches Brew, it is fundamentally African. That was the time when they really integrated the sound with the African sound, where they brought the congas in, they brought a certain amount of things. So they had to.
You had white boys, you had Joe Zawinul, you had John McGovern on that album.
Yeah, but that's all good. But check this out. But it was still a conscious effort to do Africa. They had the white boy Tom Scott did an album in 1973 or 74. Fundamentally an African album. White boy, produced by Herb Alpert. Why? Because they had to bypass that because that was fundamentally African. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same concept. And it's the same concept and all. Racism 2004 style. You understand what I'm saying? 2004 style. You see, whereas they can take a penis and a man sucking a penis or putting a dick up an ass in flames
That's right.
right in your TV screen, and you can't see it subliminally, then all of a sudden, you start lacking damn homosexuals. And you don't understand. I was up in Trenton, New Jersey. A brother came up to me and said, hey man, he said, there's 6 of us used to hang out. 3 of my boys done turned gay overnight. We believe there's a conspiracy. The conspiracy is at the subliminal level. They do it in the movies all the time. They'll take one frame of popcorn, hot dog. You can't see it because it's like a bloop. They showed it in the movie Fight Club. You can't see it, but it goes into the subconscious mind. So they got in MTV rap videos, whereas they got fucking men behind it. And so therefore, you got droves of brothers coming down gay and they don't understand why they're being programmed from the subconscious level. You see what I'm saying? And they don't understand, they're watching it. Now, we know this for a fact. With DVD technology, we know now that you can have a track in a movie here that's full screen, or a movie under it that's widescreen, or a movie under that that's the documentary, all on one disc. So they have proven that simultaneously And concurrently, while you're watching something, there's some other shit going on. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's some other stuff going down. So they can, that's no problem. So.
Do they do that with the CDs too? They can put
yes, the CDs, yes. One of the CDs is you listen to the music and it's telling you to go out and kill somebody up under it. You see what I'm saying? It's telling you to go out and kill somebody up under it. The reason why I know that is, in 1994, we was listening to the radio, and every time we would listen to the radio, my head would start hurting, and my mate's head would start hurting. But by us being conscious, you see what I'm saying, and we was fasting that whole summer and being cleaned out, we could detect there was something going on up under it at some other type of frequency. So we're talking about a beast that is on another level, and they got you sitting up here trying to wonder whether he's a racist or not, because you're still trying to detect some shit from the 60s. And you don't understand, he's going high tech. You understand? He's going high tech. He's killing you from the sky with chemtrails. You see what I'm saying? Now they got a flu shot. We'll be dealing with this tomorrow too. They got a flu shot that they came out with. It's wrapped in a lactose base, which means lactose means that any black person that has melanin, milk is against us. So anything that they give you, they say they got, now this is the CDC. They say that the flu shot is made up of 4 strains of flu. That's what the flu serum is. This is the CDC report. The head of the CDC, Thanksgiving Day, 2003. She said it's 3 strains of flu. Now, if you're a black person and they're giving you a serum with 3 strains of flu and they're wrapping it in a milk lactose base, that means that what you're getting is you're not getting no fucking damn serum. You are getting some stuff that is destroying you. We already know what it's attacking. It's shutting down the kidneys in black people. If you go to the dialysis place now, it looked like a fucking football field and a Tarzan movie.
He's right.
With just thousands of black people.
He's right. I deal with that. He's right. He's right.
You don't see hardly no whites up in there.
He's right.
You see what I'm saying? Thousands of black people. That means they're shutting down the kidneys, because the kidneys is one of the keys to black regeneration and illumination. And that's all you see. You see thousands of black people. That's because they're giving it, and it's in the flu shot that they're shutting down these things. So we're talking about a beast that is on such a level now, to you just joking to sit up here and say, oh, racism don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Now he's laughing at you going, man, shoot. I will kiss you. I'll give you $1,000.
Right. Vote for me and everything.
Vote, not only that, I will take your.
You ever heard of him, Bobby? This one right here. What's his name?
Dennis Kucinich.
You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
He said he would vote for him, but he would never vote for Khalid Muhammad.
Khalid Muhammad's not running for president. Khalid Muhammad's dead.
So my point here is,
Not dead.
it's on another level. See, it's all right to say, can we all get along? We don't own nothing on the planet.
You mentioned
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, that's good.
You see, it's still a master-slave relationship. You see, to say we need to unify on a global community, they already know that we don't own nothing in the community. So if we had the equal proportion, then it would be warfare again. It would be imperialism. It would be the British Empire taking over the world like they did in the 1800s. But see, they own everything now, so it's all right for them to say, this is a global community, and there's no place for racism. We don't own shit. The Nigerians don't even own their fucking oil, and it's the most expensive oil on the planet. Because Nigeria is still run by Britain. That was a part of the terms to get out of to decolonize them, is they still basically run shit. You see what I'm saying? This is the dumb thing about the Arabs. You think that this shit is about oil. You don't understand something. The biggest secret is who you think built the oil refineries. The British Petroleum and American government. They've always owned the oil refineries. What is it saying? And started teaching at Boston University rabbis, because they can't see the glyphs. So they had a guy in the 1800s, was a black man that taught them better netter. Now, Once they translated the metanoia, they had a conference in France. And they had people from all around the world go in and start dealing with a lot of the science that they got out of Kemet. They got a building in Russia that's as tall as this building here, the building. State office building. And ain't nothing in it but books on Kemet, Egypt. So they had a jump in technology based on tapping in and usurping our ancient knowledge that they got out of Kemet in the 1800s. And so the 20th century has just been like a boom for them.
Brother, you got a lot of holes in your argument, brother.
Huh?
You got a lot of holes.
Well, let's put it this way.
I can pinpoint them. I'll tell you.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm trying to tell you is this here.
Can I tell you where you made your errors?
What?
Okay. Western civilization, okay, got its jump start, okay, from the conquest of the Moors.
What is he saying? You're giving me some old shit. No. Wait, hold on. With all due respect, man, listen to me. That's old news. We all know about the Moors. You want to? Okay.
But you didn't say that.
No, I don't have to say that. I'm giving you another version of it. These people around here know about the Moors. You're not teaching us nothing about the Moors. I studied Moorish history for fucking damn 8 years.
Let's go there. That's what they got to kickstart.
We all know that, man. No, listen to me, man. What I'm trying to tell you, man, is you ain't saying, Lord, I'm trying to tell you is this. With all due respect, brother. That's old news.
Well, say it.
I'm just trying to tell you, we all know that. I'm trying to give you another version of what happened. The Moors ruled Spain for 700 years. And yes, they did bring all of the texts up into West Coast. We all know that, man. What I'm trying to give you is some later stuff from the 1800s. Now, because I don't give you the Moors, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm wrong. I'm just giving you another version from the 1800s. We all know. See, what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Listen. What I'm trying to tell you is this. What I'm trying to tell you is this. If George Washington Carver give you technology on the peanut, okay, then in 1975, I come with some new peanut research. If I'm a scholar that is giving you the research on the finds from the 1975 research, it don't mean I'm in error because we're not discussing the stuff that went down with George Washington Carver. You see what I'm saying? My point here is we already know that. We know the books. What I'm trying to tell you, man, is this.
Can I give you a point?
What? Now, I don't need you to give me no point. Now, I don't need you to give me a point. I think you are in error because you misconstrued. You automatically thought that nobody didn't know about the Lord. And what I'm trying to tell you is that's old shit.
Right. But Bob, you got to understand. Originally.
No, let me explain who I do. Let me tell you what I do. Let me explain what I do. Let me tell you what I do. These are my tapes right here. For the last 12 years, I have been traveling around the country, extending the works of John Henry Clark, Dr. Joseph Ben Yakinen, Ivan Van Sertima, and the whole cadre of scholars that came before me. You got to know who you're talking to. I will do a lecture tomorrow, but the point about it is this here, the research still continues. And because you hear me extending my information, doesn't necessarily mean I don't know about the Moors.
Let me say this. Can I say one thing, brother?
You see what I'm saying? No, you said there was holes in the argument because you automatically came up with the Moors as if that we didn't know.
Let me say this. Calm down. You understand? Albacena. You know who Albacena was? Albacena. He was the person that invented algebra. Okay? The Morris. Morris scholar. Invented algebra. Okay? Through algebra, to the foundation of algebra, the Europeans were able to create great technologies.
Brother, we all know that. Algebra was not. Wait. With all due respect, there's holes in your argument because algebra was not. Algebra was invented in the doggone mystery system in Egypt.
He don't know what he's dealing with.
So you giving algebra was invented in the mystery system in Egypt. We already know that because we've already studied that at the conferences. In the what you call it. So my point is, I'm saying.
Let me talk. Now
all of a sudden, no, wait a minute. No. Wait a minute. Hold on. You just made an error. You told me that this one guy invented algebra, and I'm telling you, you're wrong. I'm telling you that the algebra was already invented in the mystery system in Kemet. We know because we have evidence of that. We just got a whole book that just came from the Temple of Luxor that your boy, Swallow and Lubis just put out the complete Temple of Man in 1998. If you want to deal with scholarship. And algebra was up in there. And that predates any arrow.
Okay, excuse me. Now let me say this. Now, you can say what you can reminisce on history. You can say black people did this, and you could be correct on most of it.
All I'm trying to tell you, brother, is I'm not in, brother. What I'm trying to tell you is, brother. All I'm trying to tell you, no, brother, this is my forum. That's why they came down here.
That's right.
This is my forum. This is my forum. This is no. Wait a minute. With all due respect, no, brother. This is my forum. No, brother. This is my forum. No. This is my forum. This is my forum. Let me. What I'm trying to listen to me, brother. This has my name. And I came down here. This is the brother who paid for me to come here. And this is one of the things. This is my forum. So they are not coming to hear you.
That's right.
So the point I'm trying to make with you is that this is my forum. All I'm trying to tell you, man, it's not as we are in error. You just automatically assume that the person didn't know about the Moors.
Let me say what's in there.
Hell, half of my research is based on Moorish science. But because I come with a later stuff, it don't necessarily mean my shit got holes in it.
So you won't let me talk.
I got holes in it. But that's what I'm trying to say. My point here is, everybody you argue with on the street is not necessarily an armchair scientist. You see what I'm saying? I have done research for the last 12 years, and I got over 200 videos, the conferences and stuff. I was at the 94 Melanin Conference with Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, Francis Cress Wells, and all of that. So my point here is, you coming to tell me about the Moors is the same as you coming up and but don't assume. You coming and telling me about the Moors is me coming up to Dr. Ben and telling Dr. Ben, hey man, Ramesses was in Kemet.
Good analogy.
The only thing, brother, what I'm trying to do is this. What I am trying to tell you is this, brother. I gave you some information of ongoing research. That means that we have a scholar that came before and gave you a rendition of the research that they have. Don't necessarily mean that a person that comes 10 years, 13 years later and give you new research, that he's in error because he did not quote the stuff that the other scholars did, because I thought we all knew that. So what I was trying to do was to give you the research of, number one, we document the sources. I said Ricketti Wimby, which is the sister that reads hieroglyphics.
I get it from her.
When I went to visit her in Trenton, in Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
And she gave me this remarkable story about this black man. You see what I'm saying? And when I went and found out that you also have in the early 1900s these mysterious documents, occult chemistry. You see, occult chemistry and all these things from the Theosophical Society that started coming up. We knew that they started usurping our stuff from the stuff that they found in Kemet from late 1700s, early 1800s.
Like the video, thumb up the video.